Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for July 11th, the week of July 11th. Let's see what's going on for you. I would just definitely say that it's probably going to be a very talkative week for you, to say the least. Let's get started. You have the Four of Clubs. Four of Clubs is a great card. It's a card of learning something from the home, learning something new from home, trying to learn something new. I always say, this is a great book to this is a great book. Yes. No, this is a great card to read books under, to pick up new books, to go take online courses about things you're interested in, anything like that. It's a great card to learn from the home. Again, mostly books comes up on this card. So, it's great for that. It's also a card that I frequently call Mercury retrograde, so definitely I would say it's not as serious as a retrograde, but definitely it's a card of, if you're signing any documents, or if you're signing anything, or if you're changing jobs or anything like that, it's just a card of double checking, making sure that you double check everything that you do this week. And again, I wouldn't be obsessive about it, but it's just something to think about with this card. Next, you have the Eight of Clubs. Kind of strengthens that whole double checking thing. Eight of Clubs can be a card of it's kind of a funny card, actually. Let's start there, because it can be a good card, and it can be kind of like a challenging card as well. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, on one hand it's a good card, on the other hand it's a card of confusion and needing to double check everything that you do, and all that. So definitely double check. But on the more positive side of this card, it's a card of business, it's a card of work, it's a card of success, it's a card of looking for work, and it's even a card of self-promotion, like really promoting yourself in a better way, and in trying to put yourself out there. Sometimes I say this is a card where I think, it's okay to kind of brag about yourself, maybe. So maybe some of you are looking for a job or something like that, and sometimes this card will come up and it kind of says, maybe if you're filling out a resume or something like that, maybe you need to put a little bit more self-promotion, in your resume. Make yourself, brag about yourself a little bit. This card says it's okay, and, maybe it'll be a good thing. This card also represents, I will also say, I do look at this as a positive card. I think that some readers don't. I think that some readers read this card as just straight up confusion, just being confused, not being sure what to do. But to me, it's more of a card of actually having a desire, or having the will to overcome an obstacle. It's kind of like one of those cards where it's like you see an obstacle, but you really are trying to overcome it. You're really working towards it. So I always say it's a good card, because it's a card of work. Eights are cards of work. So it is a card of overcoming obstacles. So I would say that's a very good thing for you. Gemini, you have here the Jack of Hearts. So definitely some admirers around you. Definitely some relationships. I feel like for most Gemini's, probably relationships maybe have been a little bit weird for you in a lot of ways. So this could be somebody a little bit more stable coming in maybe for you. It's definitely an admirer. You have another Jack coming up. So, a lot of you might have two admirers out there. If you're not interested in love, or you already have somebody, I would say this card is a card of needing to take a break. If you remember, last week there was like this huge message about Gemini needing to take a vacation. So definitely, take breaks, have fun, and things like that. Next, you have the Two of Clubs, a very strong card of communication. Four of Clubs, Eight of Clubs, you have this Two of Clubs, you have the Six of Clubs at the end. So you could be going to a lot of meetings this week. You could be dealing with a lot of communication. Even if you don't work, you could be communicating with a lot of friends. These Clubs cards represent friends, so you could be just doing a lot of talking this week. But the Two of Clubs, I always say, is a card of talking to yourself. So a lot of you might be just communicating with yourself in a lot of ways, and really trying to figure out like what you want in life, what's important to you. Maybe you're redefining those things in a lot of ways. It's funny because as I picked up this card, I got this rewind thing. I can't really explain it, but I think that basically the best way I can explain it is that I think the Geminis are coming off of this Mars retrograde. I think you right away, like July 1st, maybe came to a bunch of conclusions, but I think that maybe this week, even though those conclusions kind of cleared up because we got out of the retrograde, I think you're coming to even more new conclusions. You're like changing those conclusions that you already came to, and maybe re-solidifying some things. Really weird message, but there you go. Hopefully, hope that weird message helps. Next, you have the Jack of Spades. Watch out for tricky people this week. You know, if somebody seems too good to be true, or if, like, you know, somebody tells you something that seems too good to be true, it probably is with this card. And also, like, watch out for watch out for gambling, watch out for get rich quick schemes, anything like that. Anything that just seems too good to be true, I would say under this card, it probably is. So watch out for those things. And finally, you have the Six of Clubs. I really like this card. It's a card of success, being successful, meeting up with friends. It's also a card of intuition. Definitely, with all these clubs cards, trust your intuition this week. But this is a very friendly card, and it's also a card of success. So a great card to end on. But thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.